Now, having cheered you up with news that, yes, the world is standing up to China, there's America, for instance. Look, there's President Joe Biden. Let me bring you back down to earth about Joe Biden. Look, I can't read him. I praised what he said about China just last night, and earlier this year, his first big sit-down interview as president, he also called out the other big autocrat giving the world nightmares right now, Russian President Vladimir Putin, who, among other things, has poisoned some of his critics. I mean, literally poisoned some of his critics. As Biden said, the man's a murderer.
You know Vladimir Putin, you think he's a killer?
Mm-hmm. I do.
But in Europe, where he yesterday met Vladimir Putin, he was asked by journalists, but do you still think he's a killer, right? Check his answer or non-answer. It's like, I don't know, he's waiting for someone to whisper the answer to him through his earpiece.
The answer to the first question? I'm laughing too. Well, look, I mean, he has made clear that the answer is, I believe he has in the past essentially acknowledged that he was, there are certain things that he would do or did do.
Someone checked inside that guy's ears. Anyway, that's one change. Here's another. Before the election, when Donald Trump was president, Biden and the media smashed Trump, calling him too soft on Putin, always praising Putin, being in Putin's pocket. But now it's Joe Biden praising Putin. And where's the media criticism of that?
He's bright, he's tough, and I have found that he is as they say, when he used to play ball, a worthy adversary.
Joining me is Sky News North American correspondent Annelise Nielsen. Annelise, thanks for your time, but what's changed?
Telling things here is that the Americans have confirmed they won't have a joint press conference after this summit on Wednesday. We've seen in the past that has happened. Donald Trump famously stood side by side with Vladimir Putin in their Helsinki summit, and this is going to be quite a different tone. Joe Biden's going to front reporters on his own, and that's reportedly, despite the request of the Russians, they did want a side-by-side press conference, but it seems like Joe Biden wants one on his own, and you can read that a few different ways. Joe Biden's critics are saying it's because he couldn't hold up on his own next to Putin, that there would be a tit for tat and he'd likely be bested. But Joe Biden's perspective is that he doesn't want it to be that tit for tat. He doesn't want it to overshadow what the actual summit involves in itself. But this is quite a contentious meeting. He's even facing criticism that he's having it this early in the first place. And so they're obviously trying to keep a lot of different people happy at the same time. And that middle road's a bit tricky to land on when you're right. He has been very critical of Putin in the past, saying he's a killer and then walking that right back.
Well, to go from killer to, as a bright guy and a worthy adversary is rather strange. Now, the media, of course, is all over Donald Trump when he praised Putin. Has it been all over Joe Biden for doing the same?
Yeah, look, it's very interesting watching the coverage of Joe Biden here compared to Donald Trump. There does seem to be that just overwhelming goodwill about how he's approaching everything. And a lot of that has to do with the coronavirus pandemic, that he's taken the heat out of that. One of the interesting comments, too, made by Vladimir Putin in an interview before the summit was about that pursuit of his adversaries, Alexei Navalny, being poisoned, and the potential for him facing some kind of execution, summary or otherwise. But what we've seen Putin say is, hey, you're going after Donald Trump supporters who took part in the January 6th insurrection. Isn't that the same thing? Of course, not many people would agree with that, but there is that kind of tit for tat. So you can see exactly why they're not doing that joint press conference.
No, Annelise, that's absolutely correct. I mean, it scares me. Yeah, for all the, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Putin remains a very, very sinister and dangerous character, and we can't lose sight of that.